Hi, I'm Sydney, and like many dog owners, I worry about the health and safety of my puppy. Having a dark dog makes it really difficult to see her at night, and so let's sew her a safety vest. And welcome to my Flock and Squawk. I'm so happy you could join me today. I make sewing, baking, cooking, taste test related content, just whatever I'm feeling. I make it, sometimes it's vlogs. And so today we are sewing a safety vest for my puppy dog. I hope you enjoyed this video. First, I found Simplicity 1578, which basically has everything I could personally want for dog apparel. It is a one-size-fits-all pattern, but they do have multiple versions of it, so larger dogs versus smaller. I got the largest option that they have available because I have a large dog. Then I basically just cut out my paper pattern that I wanted. They do have a safety vest option, however I'm not following the instructions. I ordered the fabric off of Amazon as well as the reflective tape. For the fabric, I am using what they basically labeled as a sport jersey mesh. Then the reflective tape is basically, I looked up safety tape. Then I also got some double fold bias tape so I can bind off the project and not have to worry about it. I cut out my fabric, laid out the ribbon just to get an idea of how much I would need lengthwise. Like I said, I'm not actually following the pattern as written or anything. I'm just using the pieces. Here I am just sewing the thing straight onto the top. I wasn't too worried about it being perfect. I just want something utilitarian for my puppy dog with finished edges. I also wanted it to be lightweight, so that's part of the reason why I chose the fluorescent lime green jersey material. And that way it can be washed easily, or also if she gets wet, it'll dry fast. As you can see here, I'm binding this off with double fold bias tape for that nice clean edge that I wanted. And you can see I'm making sure to sandwich in the edges of the ribbon that I used as the applique reflective. After it was fully bound, I cut a piece of ribbon the circumference of my dog's chest with a couple inches for wiggle room, and also for that slight overlap that I would need with the Velcro. I kind of like tucked up one edge right next to the binding so it looked like it was also a part of it, pinned it down, sewed on either side of that, and then whatever was overhanging I left. The other end of that I just folded 2 times, sewed so that way there wouldn't be any raw ribbon edge, and I added the Velcro. I ended up using a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine for the entirety of this project. I don't think it was fully necessary, but I feel like it definitely made sure everything was secure. My machine did skip a few stitches on this project, but it is secure enough that I'm not too worried about going back over it. Some areas did get quite thick with the layers of ribbon. There were also a few spots that I went over several times with the sewing machine just to be certain that they were secure and would not come apart. And that ended up concluding day 1 of sewing. It's a new day, and part of the reason why I'm so small or low in my videos is because I don't currently have a chair right here. The space between this table and this table, not very wide, but I got another one cut out, so I'm going to make a second one. As you saw, my arm for overhead shooting, it broke. The piece that broke, Connor thinks that he has one somewhere, but for the moment, I don't have a overhead arm or setup really. I have tripods and such, but we're ringing in the new year with a little bit of a chaotic sewing video. I have a lot going on, like sewing table and everything wise, where it's gonna be chaotic regardless, but we are going to make another one of these, which yesterday it took a couple hours, so I'm thinking today it'll take less time. But cheers, let's sew another. So let's see what the safety vest looks like on my puppy dog. So far, I've really enjoyed using it. It is a fantastic option to have, especially when it's so dark. Even the dimmest of headlamps illuminate her brightly. It's so improved over just not having anything at all on her. I have a little light for her collar, but that only does so much. And even just like full daylight walking her, especially off leash where we do walk her, it's nice to know that she has another layer of safety. People aren't going to mistake her for anything other than a dog. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed following along with me making the sewing project, as well as the reveal of my cutest puppy dog ever. Obviously, everyone thinks theirs is the cutest, but I know mine is. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you flock and squawk again with us sometime. Bye!